Hey everybody, this is Dean at Cosmic Motion Headquarters. Today is going to be episode 1 of a multi-part series of how to build a Star-Lord blaster from scratch. So I don't know how many episodes this is going to be, but we're going to make this number 1, and we'll know when we get to the end. It'll probably be about 3, 4, or 5 episodes by the time we finish it. Anyway, so this is sort of the end result of one of the blasters that I had created, and I just wanted to share that with everybody. All right. We're going to show you how to get to this from this down here. This is a blaster that we got from Ruby's. Anybody who's been in the game for a while knows that Ruby's makes some really good toys that we can turn into stage props. All right. This is what came out of the box. This is the original version of it. And just to let everybody know, to save some time so this video doesn't go too long, I did some prep work ahead of time. As you can see, there are a bunch of holes here. There are 8 or 9 holes. They have little teeny screws in them. I pulled all the screws out. Now I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you who want to try to do this yourself, it took me about an hour to get all of these screws out and get this apart. The reason is because they glue it together. You have to be very gentle and slowly pull it all apart. So that's what took really the most time. So I've got it already apart because you don't want to watch me do all that. And I'm going to explain what we see here, okay? What I did was after I got it apart, I actually had to, some of these actually broke away, some of the seam broke away, so I actually had to sort of get a file out and sand it all flat so that way it would fit back together nice and smooth, okay? Why are these here? These are just pieces of hardware, looks like eye-hook hardware with bolts on them that I got from the local Home Depot. And I hot glued them in using the hot glue gun here, okay? And glued them into one half of the blaster. The reason I did that is because these don't weigh a lot, but they're better than being hollow. This particular one that I have here is hollow. There's nothing wrong with it. It won't change the look of it, but it kind of gives that kind of heft feel to it and feels a lot more like it's a piece of metal. So this is just for pretty much for effect. It won't change how it looks, but I promise that anyone who's trying to do this, if you pick this up and compare it to a plastic toy, it's going to feel like a piece of metal. So that's what I did. I hot glued these in. They are not going to go anywhere. I used copious amounts. They're going to stay in there nice and solid. Once we put that all back together, I will reinsert the screws, and I'll show you the result of that in the next video that we do in part 2. We're going to have it all back together. I'm going to start doing some painting on it. We're going to go through all the pieces of paint that I do, all the processes that we do, and you're going to see how it looks as it goes through its iterations until we get something similar to this. It's going to be a little bit different. Every blaster I do has a little bit different, slightly color scheme. I want them all to be very individual, and at the end of the whole thing, I'll let you know how, if you want to get one for yourself and commission one of these to be done for you, we'll show you how to do that as well. So that's where we're getting started right now. We'll get back to you with part 2, 3, 4, and 5, whatever comes next. So just keep your eyes open what's coming next. Thanks.